This right here is a brand new Insta360 Flow 2 Pro, the successor of the Flow 1 Pro. And this video is actually our second video about it. I would highly recommend checking out our first video, our first comparison between the Flow 2 Pro and the DJI OM6 right here. You can check it out right there in the cards. And in the past, we also already compared the OM6 to the Flow 1 and went into great depth, not only when it gets to the size and deployment speed of both gimbals, but also to the stabilization and tracking capabilities, which in all cases were vastly superior for the Insta360 gimbals. Now DJI is trying to catch up with their recently released OM7P, which is now much more similar to the Flow concept. So let's find out if it can compete and which of these brand new gimbals is actually best in terms of performance, features and capabilities. And by the way, if you're interested already, then check out the product links in the description. I will list and link the best deals for you here now. Let's start with the comparison. New trip. Before we get to it, let's blast through the most important spec differences first. Let's start with the weight. The OM6 was 305 grams. The OM7P is now quite a bit heavier, very similar to the Flow 2 Pro. Next, we have the dimensions as well as the phone compatibility, which is also very similar. USB-C in both cases, and the tripod length. The Flow 2 Pro is much wider, thus much more stable. And to me, it's looking like they tried to copy the Flow 1, but you can of course extend the Flow 1 as well as the Flow 1 Pro. And in terms of stability, as you can see, the Flow 2 Pro is the most stable by far, a very rigid metal tripod right here. Next, we have the battery capacity compared to the OM6, which featured a 1000 mAh battery. They tripled the size, or rather the capacity of this battery. This explains the weight increase, and they had to do this drastic move to equal out the runtime, which is 10 hours approximately in both cases. This means the Flow 2 Pro is much more efficient and energy saving, to be specific, 3 times as efficient. Charge time, Flow 2 Pro is a bit faster, and also when it gets to the temperatures, you can use the Flow 2 Pro in freezing temperatures as well. When it gets to the gimbal mechanical range, of course the Flow 2 Pro is much more advanced due to the continuous rotation when it gets to the pan axis, and this is the next thing that DJI has to copy. It's a must-have. This is one of the game-changing features that makes the Flow 2 Pro so much better. The control speed is similar, Bluetooth and NFC right there. NFC is especially helpful for the dock kit pairing, super simple and fast setup. And also when it gets to the new features, DJI is catching up slowly, but we still have a few cool features like the selfie mirror built into the gimbal, as well as the tracking ring light, this beautiful LED ring light right there, and a teleprompter mode, aside from other things. Here we have all the gimbals. As you can see, the Flow 1 as well as the Flow 1 Pro are quite the new approach when it gets to gimbals. It looks much different. The Flow 2 Pro looks much more similar. As you can see, they look pretty much similar. But here, of course, we have the main contenders. So starting from the bottom, the Flow 2 Pro has a much wider base. Check this out. It's a good 2 centimeters wider on each side. It's also much more stable. As you can see, oh my goodness. It's tilting very easily. In this case, you need quite a bit more force. The height of the gimbals is very similar. Both of the tripods, by the way, they can retract, also for the Flow 2 Pro, just like that. Both gimbals have a threaded insert on the bottom. And in both cases, we also have the built-in selfie stick. Just pull it out. In both cases, 5 segments here, 6 segments right here. So the selfie stick is a bit longer for the OM7P, and it can be tilted 90 degrees in both cases. And for the Flow 2 Pro, this enables crazy cool new modes. You can freely rotate it, and that is of course one of the neck-breaking differences. As you can see, we have a limited range of motion for the OM7P. Let's retract the selfie stick. So unlimited pan, severely limited pan, not even 360 degrees. We have this button right here. The locking cutout is also similar. We have a dial right there that we can press. Oh, the USB-C ports right here. And the control surface is also much different. We have the touch right there, joystick in the middle, and we can also press. Here we have a joystick, the M button, record and camera switch button. The OM7P has a little display, while the display in this case is integrated in the wheel. And not to forget, we actually have a wheel around it as well that we can turn. So right there, you can turn this wheel for different controlling options. Right here we have the NFC reader. And interestingly, this base right here will get covered up when you fold up the OM7P, and it will actually reveal itself when you fold up the Flow 2 Pro. So they will fold up in the other direction, but in the end, now they look very similar, folded up. Both will power up when you do this, when you unfold them. So this axis from here to here, very similar. A bit more range for the Flow 2 Pro, but just a hair. And the last axis from here to here. So in case of the OM7P, we barely have 360 degrees, but for the Flow 2 Pro right here, that's even more than 360 degrees. Look at that. One full turn and almost a half. Quite a bit more. And not to forget, we have the AI trackers, magnetic, simple clip, this mounting solution, this connection. Oh, and interestingly enough, the AI tracker is fixed on the clamp for the DJI gimbal, which could be a bit annoying when you just quickly want to grab your phone off the gimbal for a phone call. You have the tracker on the phone now. Right here we have just a clean clamp, no problem for receiving calls. This one, you bring it down, it can stand like that. And this one, you fold it over and it can also stand like that. So let's fold them up and remove the AI trackers as well. This tracker as well. Phone, fold it up, ready to go. Tripod, 1, 2, 3. And in this case, phone, fold it up, tripod, 1, 2, 3. The actual unfolding is now very similar. Fold it up, down, remove the phone, fold it up, same here, remove the phone. Oh, that's actually annoying. When you're the wrong way, it's actually not locking in by around 5 millimeters. You actually have to bring it the other way around, and only then you can lock it in. And that of course is absolutely not an issue for the Flow 2 Pro. Very similar experience. Phone, fold it up, ready to go. Tripod. Yep. Again, phone, fold it up, ready to go. And with the tripod, let's go. This tripod is a bit faster. This one is much more sturdy. But again, folding it up, it could be a bit annoying for the OM7P when you miss the right side and you just can't lock it in. Oh yeah, you have to turn it around all the way, and now it's, yeah. Little annoyance, other than that, very similar. And now with the tracker in place, take the phone. That's pretty much the same story right there. And for this one, yep, very similar. Triple press in both cases will turn it around. Oh, this one is much faster actually. And the tracker in both cases, you can easily just flip it around. It will work in both directions. AI trackers, just like that. Again, the only annoyance would be taking off the phone. You have the tracker on the phone right here. The tracker will stay on the gimbal. And before we get into more details, let me tell you about the best new unique features that set the Flow 2 Pro apart massively compared to the DJI OM7P. So first of all, the Flow 2 Pro is the first and only gimbal to date that successfully integrates with Apple DocKit. That means you can use all sorts of third-party iOS apps with this gimbal. In other words, you can use all the features like the AI tracking not only in the native Insta360 app, but also with all the iOS apps like FaceTime, WhatsApp and all the other messengers. Of course, with all sorts of other video apps like CapCut and such, and even TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch. You can use the tracking, and of course also when you do online meetings on Zoom, Google Meets, Teams and so on. Yeah, and that opens up massive new opportunities and possibilities that you can get only with the Flow 2 Pro. The OM7P on the other hand only has the native app available called Mimo, and it can only track you inside of this app. There is no third-party app support with the OM7P. And we will get to the AI trackers later on. Insta360 also offers a native app that offers even more features, capabilities and tons of tutorials, as well as many presets for creating awesome videos, and not to forget a vibrant community. And talking about the app, there are so many new powerful features available now, like the active zoom tracking that allows now up to 15x zoomed in tracking. The OM7P can only do 8x and is already struggling at that zoom level. It is not nearly as precise as the Flow 2 Pro. And also new is the multi-person tracking. You can now track 2 or more people, even a whole group of people. And what's also a great new option is that you can now set a tracking point inside of a grid for that golden ratio epicness. And you can also control the Flow 2 Pro now with another smartphone remotely. It's super easy. Check it out. You can now control your setup with a secondary phone. For this, just tap here. The QR code will pop up. Then just scan the code. There is no app required. This is web-based. And just like that, you can control the gimbal, the movement, and you can also start and stop to take photos, videos. You can control the camera. And best of all, you will get a live feedback as well. So photo, bring it over to me, and there we go. With this, you can easily operate your setup from a distance, which is incredibly powerful. You just need to be in the same Wi-Fi network. And aside from the software, also the hardware got much better compared to the predecessor. For example, the pan axis can now turn infinitely with the Flow 2 Pro. Check this out. And that allows for even more unique modes like the free tilt mode, as well as 360 pictures, as well as panoramas. And there are a few little life hacks included as well, like a teleprompter mode, the selfie mirror right there, really cool magnetic quick release accessories, and one-tap pairing. And yes, we also now have this additional AI tracking module. Insta360's AI tracker is a brand new release, expanding the use cases vastly once more. So let's check out all those modes, new features and capabilities, and compare them to the OM7P. Both trackers will mount sideways, the DJI one on the phone clamp, the Insta360 one on the gimbal itself. And when they're ready and powered up, their RGB LED will light up red. And when you press the trigger button, then the tracking will get activated, and this will work anytime. You don't need the app, no Apple Dock needed. The AI tracker will take over the tracking completely in both cases. Tracking humans will work quite fine, but only at a rather short distance. The OM7P will work best in between 3 to 5 meters, but the F2P tracker can also keep up the tracking at 10 meters plus. And it can also track not only humans, but also dogs and cats. So again, the tracking capabilities are again much better for the Insta360 tracker. Then again, we have the infinite pan tracking. When it gets to the OM7P, we only have -109 to 222 degrees. That's a total of 331 degrees limited pan axis once again. And one benefit of the Insta360 tracker is that you can also use the mag phone mount. It's not on the clamp, and we also have better gesture control as well as a built-in spotlight. So while the trackers are fairly similar to use, the actual tracking capabilities of the Flow 2 Pro tracker far outweigh the OM7P tracker. So as you saw, even though the OM7P was released much later than the Flow 2 Pro, the Flow 2 Pro still outcompetes it by a huge margin, with many more features and capabilities, as the Flow 2 Pro now offers even better build quality compared to the predecessor. And honestly, the DJI OM7P is still looking, it still looks and feels like it is trying to catch up to the Flow 1 model. Similar tripod, limited pan axis. Yeah, the Flow 2 Pro is far ahead, to say the least. And all in all, as you saw, it's just much better than the competition in pretty much all regards, especially in this price segment. So many great features. The app is outstanding, extremely customizable. There is so much inside this app, and especially the Apple Dock expansion. What a mind-blowingly epic integration. Top tier value right here. Insta360 just always brings amazing value to the table with great looking devices and a top of the line ecosystem. So yeah, keep it up, DJI. Way to go. Just keep going. Maybe with the next one we have a better competitor, but in any case, of course, both gimbals are listed and linked in the description, and both gimbals are definitely drippy. So yeah, check out the product links in the description. I will list and link the best deals for you. But before you go, smash that like button, then subscribe, ring the bell and click all to never miss amazing tech magnet videos. That's it for this one. Enjoy your day, and I will see you soon.